Do you ever feel really stupid? Like, hey, everyone else has figured something out but me?
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
That's exactly how I felt trying to beat a shrine in Tears of the Kingdom. In this video, I'm literally going to walk you through the pain. I want you to come on this journey with me for perhaps the hardest shrine in Tears of the Kingdom, a shrine that seriously took me 3 days to complete, multiple hours each day. In fact, I started this shrine on Tuesday, played it on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and finally completed it on Thursday. So this shrine absolutely destroyed me. And it's one of those things where I know that there's probably people watching right now who've done this shrine and they maybe did it in 4 minutes. For me, I walked into this particular shrine and I was confounded. And I planned, I was absolutely not going to use a walkthrough guide. I wanted to figure out all the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom myself. I want to figure out these puzzles and have that sense of accomplishment. So the first day I failed, the second day I failed, the third day. And my son even came to me, my 12-year-old son, and he said, on the second day, he said, "Daddy, aren't you in the same shrine? Weren't you here yesterday?" The answer is yes, I was here yesterday. So there are 152 shrines in Tears of the Kingdom. And here's a little tip for you. Absolutely, you want to go to get as many of these shrines as possible, because after you get 4 of the light blessings, you can then level up your hearts and your stamina. So this is one of the things I'm actively doing in the game right now, and I'm not even really focusing on the main quest. I'm really trying to level up as much as I can, so I want to tackle as many shrines in as short amount of time as I possibly can until I hit a shrine like this that totally derailed me. So, all right, I want to walk through this shrine. So the shrine in question is called Built for Rails. Built for Rails. It's the Jiukoum Shrine. So I just want to walk you through this particular shrine. There will be spoilers in this shrine. If you want to figure this out in a quicker way, then this is probably the video for you. But I just want you to come on this journey for me, because I was absolutely confounded as I walked in. So upon entering, you notice that there's a rail system right there. And okay, great. I can put on this. I can either jump on my shield and skateboard right, Tony Hawk style right across this if I wanted to, or I could use the giant board, the giant cement block that's right there, and put it sideways and just stand on it and let it slide me across. And then I look over and then I see this giant cement block that keeps appearing. Great, it's going to go on these 2 rails. Great, it's going to go all the way around like a roller coaster ride, and it's going to take me to the next platform where I'll have to figure that next part of the puzzle out. There's usually 2 sections or 2 or 3 sections to every shrine. And I have to say, I absolutely love the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom. I like them so much better than Breath of the Wild. They're so much more fun, and there's such a great sense of accomplishment with these shrines in Tears of the Kingdom. I can't explain it. So I absolutely did not want to ruin this with any kind of walkthrough guide or jumping on YouTube to try to find an answer to this particular shrine. So anyway, I figured out, okay, I see this cement block, it's going along here, and it keeps falling off the side. Okay, well then I can't, maybe I can add a weighted balance to the left side so it doesn't fall off the right side. And so I ended up like sticking a block on the left side of it and trying to see if that would work and wouldn't keep from falling. And then I realized, oh, wait a second, let me just jump on here with my, with my Tony Hawk style, with my shield, and I'll just slide all the way around down to the next platform. And that's how I beat that part. Okay, great. Now I'm really doing great, right? I already beat the first rail system and got that treasure chest, and now I'm beating the second part of this rail system by using my Tony Hawk style skateboard approach. Great. I'm off to the races. And that's where everything went off the rails. No pun intended. Actually, pun intended. So then I get to this next platform, and you'll notice there's 2 rail systems coming out of this main terminal area, and then it goes to a middle rail system, but it's all going uphill. And there's 3 fans that are available. So clearly I need to use these fans somehow to put on these blocks to get up to that next level, that next rail system that's going to take me all the way up into the sky and then bring me back down to the other side of the shrine so that I can get my light blessing and get the heck out of here. But boy, oh my God. So this is where it took me 3 days. This is the part of the shrine that took me days to figure out. So, okay, the first thing I thought was, well, how can I build a block that won't fall off once it hits this break in the rail system, right? If I build a block system, some sort of a square that keeps me on those 2 rails. Okay, then I could go up using the 3 fans, get up to that next rail system, and then continue on. But then what's going to happen when I get to that singular rail system, it's going to fall off the side. And that's not going to work. Physics, right? The whole game is about physics. So then I thought, well, what if I built a complete box? A complete box that I stand on the bottom of it, put three fans on the top of it, and let it do its magic, you know? Jump in like a I don't know, what do you call those? The funicular rides, the what are those rides that, you know, you ride when you're skiing? I don't know what they're called. The funicular I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about. The tram cars that go up the side of a ski mountain, right? I thought I'm going to go like that. And there's no hook in this situation, so I've got to use the blocks to build a block. So I stood on the bottom and I put the 3 fans on the top. And then it only goes up halfway because it's too heavy. Well, what the heck? So then I can't even get up this little first slope here. What am I going to do? And then I just kept dying over and over again. And what's hilarious is that I started with full health. So I had full hearts. And what's funny is I started with 11 hearts. 11 hearts full of health when I entered this shrine. That's how many times I fell that I kept losing hearts, down to the point where I literally had to eat a meal to fill up my whole heart containers again. Twice it took me to do this, as I kept falling off and dying, and then being respawned on the platform. And then, of course, the construct that I built is totally destroyed. So that didn't work. Using the 3 fans to fly up on this giant block system didn't work. So then I thought, well, maybe there's a way that I could somehow ultra hand myself up to that second area. You know, kind of skipping that first area. Maybe I could push some blocks up there, but then it's almost just out of reach. Like, it's literally right there. You can't really go much further than that. If you do, it'll fall back down. So you're really at the limits of where your ultra hand can reach. So that's out. So I ended up sticking a platform up there somehow. I managed to position it, sliding it up, and then letting it sit there on that second platform, hoping that it wouldn't fall. And then I built a second contraption that I thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll ascend. I'll put that platform up there and I'll ascend up. Great, now I'm thinking, right? Now I can use ascension. So I got up to the top. Now this other contraption that I built a smaller block with the 3 fans, because then I figured that at least could move more quickly. So I brought that up there and I stuck it to my main platform. Well, then I got up and I ascended and I thought, okay, great. Now I'll just unstick my main contraption that I just built and I'll put it on top of these blocks and I'll be off to the races. You know, I thought I'll build it down there. I'll carry it up here. I'll reposition it and then I'll be on the second section. Well, I totally forgot that when I unstuck it, when I got up to the top and I started to unstick it, what happened? The whole contraption fell apart. And I wanted to cry. So then I gave up for another night. I'm like, what in the world? How do I get up here? How do I get across here? And even if I wanted to use my skateboard, Tony Hawk style, I'm going uphill. But and I thought, okay, well, maybe I could put a fan on my shield. But a fan on my shield would have me going backwards. Because when you hold up a fan on the shield, it's facing outward, and so it'd be pushing me backwards. That's not going to help me go. I need to go the opposite way. I need to go towards the shrine, not away from it. Oh my gosh. This shrine killed me. And then a light bulb moment went off inside my head. What if I use rewind? Can I use rewind somehow? I started looking at the puzzle, thinking about different ways that I might use rewind. Could I use it as an elevator? Is there a way that I can bring myself up to the platform, jump on, and use Tony Hawk style skateboarding apparatus now? But even that wouldn't work because it's still going downhill. I'd have to, or going uphill, and there's no way. The only part that's going downhill is way out there, way across this chasm. How am I going to get across this thing? So finally, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm not going to give up. And I decided, well, what if I put a fan facing upwards? That it will give me an updraft, and I at least could fly up in the air a little bit, right? And that might be the separation between that first platform and that second platform. So that's what I did. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try this now. I'm going to build an elevator style approach using rewind, but I have to turn on the fan first, then lift it up, carry it out all the way, as far as it'll go, and then bring it back down to me, then hit rewind or jump on and hit rewind, and then let it carry me up, okay? and then I'll jump up in the air, an updraft will carry me up, and then I could land on the downhill part of the track using my skateboard approach on the shield. So that was my plan. And I thought, there's no way this is going to work. No way. And I just kept trying it over and over and over again. And then I thought, I'm not going to even do the skateboarding thing because I'm not actually really good at the skateboarding technique. My son can do it really well. But somehow mentally, I forget, okay, I got to put up my shield first, then I got to hit A to jump, and then I hit B to use it. And that combination in the moment often doesn't occur to me. So I'm not very good at it. And then on top of it, I'm going to have to do updraft. I'm going to have to jump and paraglide first, and then use my shield, and then jump, and then use the skateboard. Like, this is going to be a disaster. So I tried that a number of times. Fail, 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 fail. And then I thought, wait a second. I heard a friend on a podcast talking about walking across some of these rail systems in the Great Sky Island. Like, he did this way up in the sky, and he didn't realize that he could build a contraption. So he walked all the way across a chasm very slowly. And I thought, maybe I could do that. Okay, I'm just going to walk across this rail. So then I tried walking across the rail, and here's what I experienced there. I just kept falling over and over and over again. I couldn't stand, and when I finally was able to stand, I'd walk a little bit, like on a tightrope, and then fall, and lose another heart, and lose another heart, and lose another heart. I thought, oh my God, okay, I've got to go back to the skateboard approach. That's probably my best solution. I've just got to overcome my fear. And you know, we have a saying in my family. My last name is Morris. Ask all my kids what our saying is in our family. Morris is never give up. Never give up. So I was not going to give up. I wanted my son to see that I'm going to beat this shrine. So I tried it once again. Put the fan on top of the platform, updraft, lifted it up, elevator rewind style, jumped up, did it, and managed to stick the landing using the skateboard Tony Hawk style and slid down to the end of the shrine. And boy, did I jump up and down. I had Link jump up and down. It was a triumphant moment. Yes, I finally beat this shrine. 3 days it took me to beat this shrine. But the best part of this, the funniest part of this is coming up. Wouldn't it have been funny if I actually just fell backwards and died and had to go back again? No. I made sure I went up and put my hand up there, got my light blessing, and I was thinking, my God, I should have tackled about 10 shrines in the amount of time it took me to do this one shrine. So I still don't even have enough for an updated heart. I have like 3. Now I need 4th to even get an updated heart. But here's the funniest part. So I completed this shrine. I felt amazing. I got outside. I saved the game. The game saves itself, auto-save after you beat a shrine. But I saved it again. But the funniest part of this whole ordeal is that I then went on YouTube because I wanted to see, like, were other people having this much trouble with this shrine? And the answer is no. I literally, after I beat this shrine, I went and I found like 3 videos. And I looked at how long these videos were. One of them was like 1 minute and 38 seconds or something ridiculous. One of them was like 2 minutes and 35. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That's how long it took these people to beat this shrine? Now, of course, I know. These guys complete the shrine and then they go back and do it again and they film themselves doing it in a short amount of time. So they figure it out. They probably take some 30 minutes. They go back and film it and it takes them 2 minutes. I get it. But nevertheless, I looked and I thought, oh my God, some people figured out how to do this in 2 minutes. They were just able to look at this and mentally they were able to figure it out. Not me. This shrine kicked my butt. This shrine kicked my butt. Have you guys experienced this shrine? Did it also kick your butt? I would be really curious in the comments below if you've had a shrine that really kicked your butt. If you do, leave me the name of the shrine below. Because, there's some shrines that I know took people a long time, like my son, he couldn't figure it out, and I was able to blast through them. So I feel better about myself in that regard. But this shrine, the Jiukoum Shrine Built for rails, this one took 3 days off my life. Let me know in the comments if it did for you as well. But boy, am I having fun with Tears of the Kingdom. My son and I are playing it and absolutely having a blast. We're going to do another updated video on where we are in the game because we're having an absolute blast. It's really one of those emotionally amazing games where you think about it all the time. You just can't wait to get back to playing it again. At least getting through some of these shrines gives you that sense of accomplishment. So let us know, are you guys playing Tears of the Kingdom? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time, everyone.